Right?
Okay.
You got all your.
Right, you're in the back. She's gonna be filming. Get in.
Tell everybody where you're
Tell
gonna
them
be.
the pizza.
And we'll try to make a few ourselves if we could.
You're on. Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, welcome back to the Wiseguyz Show Memorial Day special. This show's tonight's been brought to you by our sponsor, Home Security Consultant LLC. That's Sean Starry. He is the owner and consultant of Home Security, and he will make your home safe. Please give him a call at 815-238-3005. He is in Freeport, Illinois, and if he's too far, you give him a call and or contact him on his website at homesecurityconsultant.com. We did get him some bites, and listen, if you want your home to be secure, ain't nobody better than Sean Starry at Home Security Consultant LLC. Give him a call, 815-238-3005. And I just want to go over a few things real quick. We wanted to thank Richard Grieco and Stanley Livingston. They're giving us the time today for calling and giving us the time to do an interview with them. We got some stuff coming up. We got Animal House special on June 28th. We got Jaws special coming up on June 14th. Eddie Deason, the nerd in Greece, coming on June 7th. Delia Shepard from Rocky, and she's a show girl in Las Vegas, July 26th. Martha Smith Babs from Animal House, June 28th. Mark Metcalf, Nita Meyer, June 28th. And also check out Curtain Call with Steve Joyner Thursdays on ddbradio.com. A lot of good stuff. And we haven't confirmed the date yet, but Bowser from Sha Na Na will be coming on our show probably either in July or September. Stay tuned to our Facebook page. And we're still waiting for Levy Live. Bob Levy, the Reverend, will be coming doing his show on DDV Radio. Also on June 28th, Max Gale, DJ Detective Wojo Howitz from Barney Miller. And
next week,
Tina Jetter.
in-house.
And
Curly's grandson.
Curly from the Three Stooges' his grandson. I'm telling you, he looks just like him.
I'm
telling you, we're going to be promoting him coming up.
And Alan Grunner.
Alan who?
Alan, you know who he is.
I don't know who he is if you're telling me.
Alan Grunner.
Gunner.
Gunner.
Yeah.
I can't think of his last
name. You better get in there and say who's coming on because you don't know what it is. It don't help me much. But we'll stay tuned to our Facebook page. But right now, our in-studio guest, we started the show with us. He helped us through the Grieco interview and the Livingston interview. We want to welcome back. He is a singer and he's a dancer and he makes you laugh. He dazzles on his guitar and he's one of the best around entertainers, all around entertainers in New York City because of the New York Post. And he brings talent, enthusiasm, and energy to his work, the New York Times. Jerry Castaldo is our in-studio guest. Let's give him a round of applause. He is also a good friend of our great friend, the late Ronnie Giles. Jerry, welcome again to the Wiseguyz Show.
Thank you so much, Freddie and the guys. And I just want to say that I was very impressed with how much you guys got Richard Grieco and Stanley Livingston talking.
Yeah, I
I mean, these guys are superstars.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun, ain't it?
Well, they had to get these guys to call in and to speak.
Very hard. We want to thank our talent coordinator, Annette Siglia, for doing all the hard work. Grieco actually called her up to confirm while she was driving home from work.
No, that's great. And Annette is the one that we were in contact on Facebook, and she had gotten my book, Brooklyn, New York, very much perspective, and that's why I'm here. So thank you for having me.
Yes. There's the book.
Speaking about the book,
Jerry Castaldo, a memoir. Check it out on Amazon. Go look for it. I can't wait to read it. There's a lot of books I got to read still. So
Number one.
When I go to Italy, I bring all the books.
Yeah.
I read them
Number
all.
one, top rated, almost 3 years.
That's
Bios
right.
of entertainers on Amazon.
Yeah,
Look
I
at the
was
gold
really
medallion
excited
there.
about that because the book came out actually about 5 years ago, but within the first 2 months, there were over 100 5-star reviews on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And I was very encouraged because I actually, even though I'm an entertainer, I'm not, a star name entertainer, so I was not sure.
Who told you that? The wise guys say he's a star tonight.
He's a top star. He was in a lot of movies.
I mean, I do 300 shows a year, and that's been going on a couple of decades. I've opened for, recently Luke Christie, Michael Amante, Gary Lewis and the Playboys. And I've had some of my own compositions featured on the Howard Stern show when they interviewed me. And I'm real proud of the book because, it does chronicle my life growing up on the streets of Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. I wouldn't say it's a happy book, but at almost 500 five-star reviews on Amazon, it held the #1 spot in 4 different categories: bios of entertainers, substance abuse, and 2 other categories, self-help. And I'm real proud of that. And again, like I said, it's not a happy book, but it's ultimately a book of
Truth.
redemption. So, I know Annette had read some of the book, and I know you're celebrating a 40th anniversary of Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, it's coming up because the source over here likes big
Yeah,
fan.
well, I was just telling her before the show that one of my chapters in the book is about the filming of Saturday Night Fever, which took place right in my neighborhood of Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. And the film was actually based on my good friend Eugene Robinson, who was the original Tony Manero.
Oh, wow.
So we
See
used
that?
to,
I didn't know.
at 15 years old, 16 years old, we're dressing in white 3-piece suits and heading to
And white shoes?
Yeah, black, white, blue, baby blue was the big color there. In
Wow.
Bensonhurst. And we'd go there, and there was an article written in New York Magazine about Eugene and his friends.
Tribal
and,
Rights to the Saturday Night.
That's exactly
Right,
right.
okay.
Tribal Nights of the Saturday Night.
Nick Cohen.
That's right, Nick Cohen.
He's a
And
stalker.
Robert Stigwood, a producer for Paramount, read the article, decided it was a great starting point for a movie, and brought in John Travolta, Carolyn Vorney, and Donna Pescow. And they made this iconic film with this iconic Bee Gees soundtrack. And they had all of us work as extras on the dance floor during the filming of those scenes. And I know that Eugene probably deserved a little more money than Paramount had given him, because after all, it was his life story. But I think it came in at about $250,000, which is actually peanuts if you think about the success of that film.
Wow.
So that's
Best
just
of all
one
time.
yeah, and that was one of the more happiest stories in the book, because again, the book chronicles my life from about 16 years old till I left that neighborhood to join the army, and I was in Europe for a couple of years to escape the gang violence and the stuff going on there. Drugs, violence, and a lot of bad stuff. And I just I hope that when you read the book, maybe we'll talk about it at length sometime.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot to go through now. There's a chapter in there.
We
about-
hope to see more of you. I hope this
Yeah.
isn't the last we see. Did we scare you away or something?
No, well, you might read the book and I might scare you
Oh,
away. After
nah,
you say we
I
don't want
doubt.
that guy in the first
No.
sentence of the first paragraph of the first chapter of the first page has me stabbing a drug dealer through an open car window. Well, he's actually trying to stab me. I'm belting him with a hammer in the face. But that's how the book starts.
Wow.
So,
Those were some times back in the day, huh? And especially in Brooklyn.
Well, look, I was a good kid. I was a nice kid. I get punched in the face. I tried to hold the guy's arm. I wouldn't want to hit him back until it got to the point where I needed to defend myself. There was a heavy organized crime and mob
Yeah.
influence in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. So all of the kids were either sons, daughters, nephews, or grandchildren of those mob guys. So they looked up to their family. So what they wanted to do is they wanted to act out on the street. So I got smart real fast. I says, well, I'm an older boy, I'm a little leaguer. This is really nice being a nice kid, but I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm getting murdered, and I turned it around. But unfortunately fell into drugs, because the drugs were the only thing that gave me the courage to go that route, because
Right.
it wasn't me.
Absolutely.
So I finally joined the army, went over to Germany, but as the book states, once you're in that drug addiction and alcoholism, it's not so easy then to just stop. So I did have a lot of problems in Europe, and there were some quite interesting stories there. And then when I came back, I decided, it was going to be show business full time. I hooked up with Jerry Seinfeld at the beginning when he first made his first Letterman appearance, and then Johnny Carson. And there's a whole chapter about Jerry Seinfeld and my experience together, which turned out badly. It was a falling out, and of course it was
Really?
all my fault.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't Jerry's fault. Of course, At the time, I blamed Jerry, as I say in the book, but as a drug addict and an alcoholic.
So you were friends with Jerry Seinfeld?
Well, I wouldn't call myself a friend. I mean, I worked with him. I opened from the old Carolines.
Oh, you were a stand-up comedian?
No, I opened from as a singer.
Oh,
I mean, there's elements of comedy in my show. Today I did the Emerald Society down in Monroe Township, New Jersey, and I do jokes, I play guitar, I sing, but at that time, you know, I don't know, I just, I latched on to somebody who I thought was going places, and sure enough he was, but, you know, he was straight-laced, and I was still struggling with the substance abuse, so that ended badly, but ultimately, like I said, the book is a story of redemption, and, you know, it's a little scary at times, but,
Life.
I'm
Well, I
glad
can't wait to read it, really. It sounds very interesting.
Thanks.
So I come from an area in Newark, New Jersey. I mean, it's probably the closest thing to New York
Similar,
Times.
and yeah, we have an Italian section.
Yeah, we used to. I mean, it's not
Still.
very tiny now. So, but, just like anything else, in time, everything changes. You know, it goes. People don't understand because we live our lives the way we do. But when we're gone, even the Spanish and black neighborhoods are going to probably change to another, just cultural
Just
race.
like Bensonhurst used to be all Italian, and I go back to Brooklyn now, and it's Chinese.
Right, it changes in time.
The
And
Russians were moving it, but you know, who am I to say, well, the Chinese and the Russians?
Right,
Who were the
it's just-
Italians
right.
coming in, and Bay Ridge was Irish
Ridge.
and Chinese now, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, life changes, and listen, I tell people all the time, and people don't seem to understand because we're only going by what we witness in our lives. But go back 100 years, go back 200 years. Look at how life changed from then to now. Things are going to just change, and that's the way it is. We live our lives through what we witness through our lifetime, but it's not going to be the same when we're gone. It's just,
Yeah, and a lot of people, especially in the last few days, what happened over in Manchester. I mean, it's a weepy day for me yesterday, you know, it's sad, but, you know, people say, well, things are getting worse. If you really go back in time, it's always been bad. I mean, it's World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq,
Right.
it just
Never
never
ends.
stops. So, you know, it's
the
terrible.
Revolutionary War,
It's just, yeah, I
you
don't,
know,
it's
the Crusades, you know, things. It's always life.
It's
The
very
world
sad.
changes, and that's the way it is.
And that's why, you know, when I decided to get sober 27 years ago, at the end of the book, I walked into, you know, 14th Street Workshop in Manhattan, right down the block from the Palladium. So Richard Grieco was bartending, and I was getting sober. But, you know, at that time, I said, I'm either going to die or I'm going to make a career as an entertainer. And there's not going to be any full-time job, or there's not going to be any part-time job. There's not going to be any girlfriend or wife that has money and that's going to support me. I'm going to do it on my own. And I went out and I started doing these senior centers and these retirement communities, nursing homes, and I was able to build this business into 300 shows a year, just about for 26 years in a row. And you know, once in a while, like I said, I open for Lou Christie. I do the Villa Roma Resort up in Calhoun, New York, quite often. I've been there 9 times on the main stage in the last year. And you know, and then I do the smaller shows. I don't turn down work, so I gotta say I'm a happy guy. I work at my little music show.
Yeah.
I have a 2,000 square foot audio and video recording studio in Lebanon, New Jersey, where I'm able to produce my own music videos and acting videos. And you know, with the sad times that we have, I'm very content to be out there trying to make people smile for an hour. You can forget about what's going on, have a nice time. I'm great. You know, 2 shows tomorrow in New Jersey, 2 shows Friday, and that's my life. And I really appreciate you guys bringing me in here
Oh, definitely.
and let me talk about the book in my show.
Yeah, well, like, listen, we're gonna promote it for you when you leave in a few days and in
I
a week.
appreciate that.
And when we go see
I thank
people,
you. I mean, you're a fireman for how long?
I retired. I've been 25 years.
25
in Newark.
years in Newark.
Yeah.
And now we know that Newark doesn't have many fires.
Not no more. They're all vacant lots now. But they're rebuilding. They're rebuilding.
But thank you for your service, because that's
Yeah.
important work too.
Thank you
And
for it.
you got a good crew here. I mean, thank you so much. Again, as we said at the outset of this show, our good friend Ronnie Giles.
Yeah, man. I tell you, there's not a day that goes by when I even hear a name Ronnie or or just a Vietnam veteran, because we had a lot on the fire department. It just.
He told me about
It's
the show, and I wanted
unbelievable.
to come in. I just want to make one point that I'm real excited about a project I'm working on now. Jerry Fuller is an iconic songwriter, singer, producer. He wrote Traveling Man for Ricky Nelson. He wrote all of those songs, Over You, and just a slew of other songs. And I'm really excited that his daughter, Anna Fuller, out in California, had recently given me a beautiful ballad that her father, Jerry, who's still alive and well at 82, gave me to record. So I'm in the midst of recording. If you could find it in your heart, this beautiful ballad, so well written, such a, just a poetic turn of words. This guy, I mean, I write songs. I've had my song featured on the Howard Stern show when they interviewed me, but this guy's a real writer. And I'm getting ready to record that song in July, and then I'm real excited about doing a music video in August. And Anna Fuller out there in California, if you can hear me now, I think I may deliver that DVD to you in person.
Nice.
So I'm really excited.
Bravo, bravo.
Yes.
Bravo. And when you finally get it recorded, we're going to play that on the
Oh,
show.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Listen, anytime you have an open invite to come into the show, anytime you want. You give us a heads up, then we'll promote stuff for you and talk about anything you're doing new.
Thank you.
And anytime you're doing an event that you want people to show up, let us know, because,
Okay.
I mean, we have an open Facebook page for our members and our friends.
Would you perform that song on the show? We have people here performing all the
This
Well,
time.
guy has been trying to get me to sing for the last.
We
2
always have
hours.
singers come in.
Well, we
Did you-
perform in the,
did you-
you can get your crew together and we could do
How
a
many
performance
bands
live in the
been around
studio.
this
I'd
Live.
rather hear your version of Mala Femina, because you could probably do it so well because you could speak
So
Italian.
this is how you do it. Look,
cannot do
you
it.
start off like this. Che bella cosa una giornata di sole, un'aria serena dopo la tempesta.
Pass the olive oil.
Bell'aria fresca, pare già una festa. Che bella cosa una giornata di sole.
See what you're starting there?
See how easy it is?
You got the bread and the olive oil.
Lo sole mio sta imrognate, sta imrognate.
Stein
You ain't getting nothing.
Bravo.
Cheers.
Okay, I gotta go.
How about Tommy Walker, TK Walker? Did you ever perform with him?
Hey, wait a minute.
He was on our show just recently.
Tommy Walker performs up at the Villa Roma.
Yes.
His name
Uh-huh.
up there. He's got red hair.
Well, he got all color here. He goes blonde, black. When he does Elvis, he's
I know his name.
a good friend of the show. He's performed twice. We promoted him a
Yeah,
lot.
never met him, but I've seen
Great
his name
guy,
on
great
the
guy.
calendar.
He's all
Awesome
over the
guy.
place too. Him and Steve DePinto.
Dave DePinto.
They do all music. And,
Yeah, I know they do. a
They're
lot of
Ace
CDs.
in a Hole Productions.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
think they have a company. Called,
Yeah, Ace in a Hole
Ace in a Hole
Productions.
Ace in the Whole Productions.
But we have bands. Our official band, Graffiti Cannon. We've had the American Nomads. We've had Bob Levy's son's band. I forget the name of their band.
Bob Levy, I know him
Yeah.
from the Stern Show.
Yes, yes. He's a good friend of ours, and he's a good friend of the show. We had his band, 5-piece band, coming in. They brought in all kinds of stuff.
Speaking of the Stern Show, I'm sure you're familiar with Marianne from Brooklyn.
That sounds
Stern.
familiar.
She's the whack packer.
Oh yes. If you're a fan, you got to be a fan of Stern down there.
So we did a song I had written called "When Did You Stop Loving Me." I featured her as my girlfriend in there. So she's if you're ever on YouTube and you Google Jerry Castaldo or look on YouTube, you'd see Marianne from Brooklyn doing her acting bit, and Ronnie Giles is in the background too.
See that?
Cool.
There you go, yeah.
Jumpin' Gennaro and the Papa's Cash Quartet was in
And
the
that was
studio.
another band, yes. Well, I didn't mention them because they broke up, like the Beatles.
I didn't break
We're hoping
up.
for them to come back.
We're gonna be back strong.
You coming back? Are you?
We're coming back. We're coming
Yes.
back next year.
Even his brother-in-law owns Wiseguyz in Hoboken. That's a nice venue for him to go play with once in a while. That's
Yeah.
outdoors. You ever go
You
there?
got, you got
No, I think I've heard of it though. Hoboken is a happening place.
Blue Eyes right in
Right on the
Sinatra
water.
Park, right on the
Yep.
waterfront.
Wow.
There's an amphitheater space just like a piazza in Italy. You can have
Is the
jam
Clan
outside.
Broth House still there?
This is the new Clan
Clan
Broth
Broth
House.
That's the one in Newark where
Neapolitan
one of
style.
the mobsters got killed. Was he a mobster? Clan Broadhouse in Newark.
Jerry Castaldo,
No,
one.
Roberto's, you're thinking.
No, Clan. I'm taking too much time thinking of what.
Right, the show's almost
Happy
over.
times, happy
There's a
times.
couple
Happy
We
times.
got 9
There's
minutes.
a couple of assassinations.
Let's sit
in my
here and
book.
think. Earth calling Freddy.
But is your number still the same? If you want to book Jerry Castaldo,
It's,
1-800-66-JERRY. There you go. See that? Dolby sound.
Let's make a.
Also, wait, his email, jerrycast at
Well, yeah, well,
comcast.net.
JerryCastaldo.com, everything's there.
Oh, okay, jerrycastaldo.com. There you go.
We'll make it simple.
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure I get all this stuff out because
No, I
when
appreciate
people are listening and people have events all the time and they're always going to look for a singer and you're the perfect guy to go do a wedding or you do weddings?
I haven't done weddings since I'm a kid. I used to play
Oh.
guitar in some wedding bands, but that's more like a 4-hour event, and you need to really know what songs are on the radio at that time. They want to hear Katy Perry or this modern stuff. So my act is actually a 1-hour show that I do the solid gold hits of the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And like I said, there's some comedy in there, a lot of audience participation. But I haven't done weddings in a long time.
Right, but you will do a wedding.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
played keyboard though, didn't you? When you were playing the keyboard when I saw you at Ronnie's thing?
No, I mean I
That was a
played.
guitar?
I played piano in a music video last year.
I could have sworn it was a keyboard. I
I'm a
don't know why.
guitar player. I'm a lead guitar.
Oh,
Like
okay.
today, I'm ripping out Black Magic Woman for the Emerald Society. So, I mean, people that are in their 60s and 70s, they don't want to hear Frank Sinatra as much anymore. They want to hear 60s and 70s. So it's good for me.
That's it.
What does that say? Alan Goodman. I would think you would print it, right?
Next week, guest Tina Jeter,
Jenna.
Jenner, Curly, grandson Brad, and Alan Gunn
Lindblom.
Limblom.
Yeah, Limblom. All right. But
Bloom the Blossom.
is there any events you'd like to let us know about that you're doing coming up?
Most of these parties that I'm doing are private events.
Oh, okay.
Like tomorrow, I'm doing something down in Neptune, and then running up to Mattawan for a big outdoor event. But we hear that there's going to be rain tomorrow, so
Yeah.
that'll be indoors. And then Friday, I'm doing the Actors Fund Home out in Englewood, New Jersey.
Okay.
They have me out there about 3-4 times a year, and that's real interesting because you run into these characters. I mean, the father from the Bill Cosby shows. I did his birthday party a couple of months ago.
Awesome.
And the great guys, Larry Woodard, very talented pianist and singer who's back major stars. So I always love doing the Actors Fund Home, and that'll be Friday.
Yeah. Well, Jerry, we want to really thank you for coming into the studio. We hope you had a great time tonight.
Okay.
All right.
And don't forget
Don't
to
forget
get
his
the book.
That's it. You do Facebook. You
Thanks,
do
Annette.
do
Thanks,
Facebook
guys.
Live. I'll do YouTube Live.
Let me
Don't
see the
forget
book.
his book.
What are you doing, Brian?
Brooklyn, New
Relax.
York, a grim retrospective. Jerry Castaldo, a memoir. Check it out on Amazon. Go look for it. It was the #1 top-rated book almost 3 years in a row. You got to go check it out. It's a great story.
In 4 categories, not on Amazon, but within
Oh, it's
4.
in 4 categories.
In other words, they have subcategories: bios of entertainers, substance abuse, and it was #1
There you
top
go.
rated for 3 years.
Check
ago.
it out. I'm going to read it, and so are you. We also want to thank Richard Grieco for calling in the show. Legendary actor, fashion mom. I'm telling you, the guy was did a great interview. We want to thank Stanley Livingston, Chip Douglas from the My Three Sons, and we also want to thank again our in-studio guest, Jerry Castaldo, for making this show a great show. We want to wish everybody a happy Memorial Day. We want everybody to drive and stay safe. It's going to be bad weather, so please do not drink and drive. And
Be responsible.
That's right. Don't be irresponsible like some people we know. And no, we want to wish everybody a happy and safe Memorial Day on behalf of the Wiseguyz Show, DDVRadio.com, and the Wiseguyz.
To see the
I love him, and a happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Please don't give up.
This is the Wiseguyz Show on DDVRadio.com, DDV Radio on TuneIn, Armed Forces Radio Network, Village Connection, and City Road Radio. We'll be back next week on the Wiseguyz Show again. Have a safe, happy Memorial Day.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.